All right, everyone, how's it going? This is Gersha from Technical Option Traders. Hope you guys are having a great day. So let's get rolling on SPY and talk about what's been going on in the market over the last day here. And like I mentioned in my yesterday's video, if you guys watched that, we could get a potential bounce in SPY, and that's what we're getting here. So today, some alerts were sent out, and we were looking at a break of 420. For a possible move, we're up, and right now we're not getting there yet. Just choppy action here, and we got wicks on both sides, top and bottom. This candlestick is not looking the strongest. So overall, the S&P 500 is still stuck in this range right here. We're trying to get a bounce. Okay, so like I said, this is a one directional move. We're getting a death cross on the S&P 500 right now. Okay, but this is something to keep an eye on. We want to see how much this rises. If it can get above the 420, we can get a quick play to about 428 is what I'm watching for the short term, right? But we got two down trend lines here. Okay, so this is the main one right here, and we got a short term here. So if price is gonna move, it's gonna break this, and it's gonna break this resistance at 435, get through this, and try to push higher. But right now, we're not getting that sentiment because overall, the sectors that are up today is energy, oil, and gas. We got financials trying to bounce, but these are bullish sectors that are up. Okay, today now we have metals and mining trying to bounce here with gold. So this is something we want to keep a track of. But right now the S&P 500 overall, if we look at SPY overall is trying to bounce here. It's not really a bullish trade just yet here. This is just a bounce play. We want to let this move up here. We want to get more buying volume step in and see what happens. But going into the Fed, this looks like it's gonna, turn over. If 420 holds, it's gonna turn over to the downside here. So that's something that we want to keep an eye on overall, right? So S&P 500 sectors that are falling today are commodities, XLP, and XLY. So that's something interesting to keep an eye on. So discretionary and consumer staples are falling here. So that's something we'll keep a track of and see how they do these sectors, okay? So the bounce here in these sectors that are showing some strength, like home builders, airlines, some real estate. It's not really bullish. It's just bounces that we're getting here. So these are not really that strong. They're not really that positive right now. So we want to see a couple of days of just action and just observe before we get too bullish on one side here. So let's look at the triple Qs here. Triple Q, just like S&P 500, trying to break. They had their death cross a while ago. So it is holding this level at 311. The level I'm watching to the downside is 306 and then about 297 here, right? Right now we're trying to bounce. We got a down trend line and this is very vertical down move here. We're trying to push above. We want to see if we can get above this level, which is 330, if we can push higher to 347 here. Otherwise, we just turn over and we break the downside lows and we just keep progressing lower here. So triple Qs, they do look like in trouble overall. These today and yesterday's price action is very choppy. It's not very telling of what's coming in the market, but overall things do look very, very bearish still. So tomorrow the Fed can save the market with a shorter interest rate hike, which could be interesting overall. But listening to the Fed tomorrow will be a big, big indication, trying to figure out which way the Fed wants to go and why, and then really trying to take a position according to that, right? So after the Fed are done talking and they give their, inputs about what they expect, that would be the time to analyze and see how the market is reacting so we can get a better play. But right now, a lot of uncertainty in the market, a lot of choppiness with SPY and triple Q overall. If we look at Dow Jones here, Dow Jones also printing a death cross here with a 50 and a 200 EMAs. However, holding the trend line here, right? So this is good, holding support level. We want to see it work its way towards 340. If it doesn't get above 340, we're going to see a turnover to the downside, break of 328 and 322, and down to 306. Okay, this is a big, big level for Dow. If Dow starts turning over, we can see a big, big downturn overall, right? If it does hold this level, we want to see 340, then consolidation, then a breakout. Then the 354 break will be a really big move for Dow up here. So that's something we want to keep track of. But right now, the bullish move is quite a bit away, and we do need some more momentum with volume starting to pick up here. So looking at IWM, small caps trying to bounce. We're getting a vertical bounce here. So it'll be good to keep an eye of 192 here. If we can get 192, a consolidation between 188, 192, and then a breakout to the upside, we can get a bullish move. But right now, it's still in the zone, but we need a breakdown of 184 a defeat of 182, and then we can work our way down to 170 here. So overall, when a move gets one-sided, we can expect a pullback in a direction here, and also we can confirm that on IWM we do have a downtrend line as well. So we have multiple bearish indications on IWM, triple Q, Dow Jones, and SPY and triple Q. So overall, the market is looking very, very weak. With the VIX, it's come down quite a bit. We'll see what happens tomorrow. VIX coming down before Fed. Could be interesting here. Could be an indication of what's to come. Maybe the Fed is a little bit more dovish than hawkish. So we'll see how they do. But this is still holding a higher level here. If we do get a return, we break above 29, we're going to ride out to at least 32, which could cause a problem for the markets overall. But right now, the VIX is turning, right? So let's look at gold. Gold here is multiple gap down days on gold, so not looking very bullish on the short term. Okay. So these are gap down days. So my level was 175, like I've been saying. So right now we're getting a breakdown here. So if price action does hold this level, we can continue to rise. But if we look at the weekly level on gold here, you guys can clearly see there's an upward trend line. It's got some room to come test this level around 170. Around here, like 169, 170, and then consolidate and move to the upside. The big level is a 157. If 157 breaks, yeah, we got some room to the downside then on gold to at least about 145 here. So now I'm starting to look at gold for a possible move to the downside, right? So anything can happen in the market, got to be prepared for it. So looking at gold right now, I do still like it on the upside, not really breaking down here. These candlesticks were getting really, really weak on the upside. There's a lot of indecision right here as well when they try to pop. Unable to get some more bids here to push higher here, right? So this area was a telling sign area. If you guys watched my previous videos, when the gold was in this area, this is what I was talking about, that it is getting a little bit concerning. But we'll see what happens with gold. I'm still long-term bullish looking at the monthly chart that we can get above here, right? So that's something to keep an eye on. So looking at KWEB, okay, KWEB, unfortunately, on the daily, not really great moves here. We got a gap up. We're consolidating above this gap up, and now a retest of 27 is possible. But if this level fails and we break down to about 25, break this trend line, we're going to go down. But if this level holds, I want to see a slow move to 33, then about 40. Okay, so this is something that we want to concentrate on to see how KWEB does. ARC. Let's see what ARC is doing here today. ARC is just consolidating at the resistance line. This is looking very bearish to me. If we get some selling pressure built over the next couple of days, ARC is going to go back to test its lows at 40. Otherwise, we do get some buying pressure, and we have to get above this level right here, which is 60. And if we can consolidate above the 60 level, we can start to work towards 70. But things are not looking good for ARC. This is a big, big down move. Right now, price is not in favor of the market. Okay, so if the price is not in favor, then you just gotta wait it out and see when your setups are there, and trade only when your setups are there, and don't force trades as well. Okay, so overall the market is looking very weak here. Let's look at crypto. Crypto is breaking down as well. Okay, so crypto is just basically letting loose here, right? We got a bear flag on Bitcoin here. That's breaking down, right? So we got to break up this support level here. If it gets down to 34,000, that's a big, big level again. Maybe we can get a bounce from here, but if there's no bounce, we're going down. There's a gap here that it could fill right here between 32,000 and about 34, right? So this is something to pay attention to in Bitcoin. It is starting to head down. Had a death cross a while ago, so Bitcoin could be working its way down right now. So overall, the sectors that are moving in the market, we got XOP, oil and gas, energy with a bullish setup here. Look at this big break on energy. We had a pullback, test the 50, held it. Now we're going to test the breakout level again. So stocks like Chevron Mobile, they should be on watch on energy stocks, right? That could really, really have a big impact in breaking out over the next couple of days, just because where energy is. But we do need confirmation here. So this is retesting it, but it could fail and turn downwards. But we do need some sort of confirmation over the next coming days that energy is getting ready to break out here, and it's going to break out massive. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this and see how this is doing. But overall, the markets are very choppy. Wait for the Fed to finish speaking tomorrow at 2 p.m. And this is the overall census of the market. It's ready to move in some sort of direction right now. And tomorrow with the Fed speaking, we'll get an indication of which way they want to go and which way this market is going to go. So trade safe, guys. If you guys like what I do, please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.